right, everybody. Well, here I am, hanging out on the corner again. Cuz's Corner. I got them all over the world, okay? But this is the first time that it's in a room. But my first episode is with Jenny O. And she's interesting. Somebody that you want to sit down in your living room with and just talk. So that's what we're going to do, talk. But welcome. I'm Spudnik, and this is Jenny O.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, come on. Thanks for coming.
Pleasure to sit down and talk to you again.
Yes. She looks the same. She ate very well
Thank you very much.
9 years ago. So, what have you been up to?
Oh, it's just
Catch
making
me up.
records, playing concerts, spacing out.
And you love it.
Yeah,
You like this life.
I do.
You do. Yes. I think that we all do.
Yeah.
I like the life because I get to hang around life like people like you.
Cool.
And that's cool. Okay. Now, remind the people about your music. What is your music to you, and what are you trying to give to the people?
Oh, good question. To me, my music is it is my gift, my expression, and what I try to do with it is to distill the human experience in the best way that I can, in a way that is perhaps helpful to others or all of us.
Yes.
That's the idea.
And I guess that these times that we're in is really giving you a lot of ammunition, a lot of things to write about.
Yeah,
Yes.
there's a lot to be said.
Yes. And I want to remind everybody out there that this is a young country, and music has always framed us. Always. From can you see? They wrote about the battles. They sung about the times.
Yeah,
And that is what the musicians are going to do right now. 20, 40, 50, 60 years from now, 100 years from now, it's going to be the music that frames this time. So, what are you putting around this time in your music? What really moves you from the. Because everything is happening, abortion rights, gun violence, the country split.
yeah.
How do you, as a musician, sew it back together? What can you do?
Oh, yeah. Sometimes it's just an immense task to do, and certainly as a musician, sometimes I feel like am I really helping out what's possible?
Yes.
But I think that there is like there's the right messages to be said. There's the way to say things and sum things up and evoke something in all of us, and it's like, what is the message that needs to be said so you can work backwards and say those things and put those things out there, to get humans into alignment with one another, for us to align with the planet. I think that's kind of something that I find myself compelled to do, is to reconnect us with the living systems of Earth, which includes one another.
Yes.
And so that to me feels like my greatest responsibility is to sing about that.
Yes.
Just curiosity and respect.
Have you grown into that philosophy from like, the last time I interviewed you was
Yeah.
9 years ago. So you grew into that.
Yes.
Yes.
I think I always, at that point in time, was approaching things with a desire for curiosity and respect, but I think I was fixated at that time on romantic love and some other themes that now I'm more honed in on those greater themes of wonder and curiosity, and also it's just everyone is just surviving and getting through so much.
Yes.
And so to just bring that gravity to every conversation and every situation is like and seeing one another as these like compelling beings. I think, yeah, that's probably an evolution from where I was 9 years ago.
Now, like Johnny Cash, you've been everywhere.
Almost, not really. But
Almost, because you move a lot, show
Yeah.
to show to show to show.
Yes.
How is that? And what is your best place? A big city or small town? To play?
Hard to say. My best place is like, I haven't done it much because of the pandemic. So it's been 2 years. I have a tour booked for a couple months from now. It'll be my first one back in a few years. So it's hard to remember physically what the experience is like. But I do find that experience really overstimulating and a bit much for me. The new place, new people every day.
Yes.
It's hard for me to like have very connective, embodied experiences when I'm constantly changing my environment and meeting new folks. But it's such an honor and a privilege to get to do it anyway and get to travel.
Yes.
So I try my best to be present. I'm thrilled by both experiences. Getting to be in rural places is wonderful. Getting to visit new cities is wonderful.
Yeah, I love it. Yes.
Yeah, I think it's all of the above. But I think I thrive best in when it's not so fleeting and moving and quickly changing.
So the COVID, how did you spend it?
I spent it doing a lot of projects and catching up. I found the downtime, the slowdown of things to be beneficial for what I just explained, for
Yes.
getting to actually like take some space and time and finish projects and get organized.
You're such a kind, loving person.
Oh, thanks.
And to see all the upheaval, Black Lives Matter, protesting the COVID situation and the dying and the death and now the war, that must really bother you because you're so kind and peaceful.
Of
Yeah.
course.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so now, did you have a hard time riding through all that, trying to find something to bring the people, calm down, let's speak to one another, let's dance, let's sing.
Yeah, well, it's a hard task. It's like I think one of the hardest tasks of all is making music that evokes that in successfully, and so I don't know that I've done that, but I was writing through that, and looking to my elders and looking to my
Yes.
those who've done it before me. As influences, but I ponder that all the time. It's like, who am I, to try to do this thing?
Well, since you were locked up, did any habits change, your eating habits? So when you get on the road now, what do you really want to do? Eat, drink?
I gotta say my habits have not improved. In all that time alone, I feel like actually I eat okay, but I will just not, I'll do anything but to cook a meal. I'll just snack. If there's almonds, that's fine. I'll do the almonds.
Easy.
Just, yeah, I'll just put it off until I absolutely need to prepare myself a meal, and then I'll do it. But that haven't quite gotten to the place of.
But when you get on the road, you gonna be smelling food. They're gonna be coming at you. They're gonna be like.
I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen. You gotta find it where you can. Try to eat pretty good.
Absolutely. All right, now tell me something. Tell us something that you discovered about yourself that you didn't even know that you had, that you really want to see. You really want to exploit it. Exploit yourself that way.
Oh God, exploit myself that way.
You found
what
a
did
new
I learned about myself?
talent, a new app.
The first thought that came to my mind was this one vision, but I feel actually funny sharing it because I don't want to seem. It's the only thing that came to my mind, so I guess that's my answer. But I feel I guess I feel sometimes unhelpful. I feel like unskilled and unhelpful in many ways, and that's my own thing to work through. But I feel funny bringing this up. I was on my way to something, and there was an incident. There had been a pedestrian struck by a vehicle, and incident. She was in distress, and I just pulled over, stopped, helped her out to get to the place where the help was on the way, and talked her through it, and spent time with this woman in a way that I surprised myself of my ability in that moment to think quick and be of assistance.
Yeah.
That I didn't know I had in me, and that was kind of recently.
Wow.
And that was sort of a big deal for me to feel helpful and in that moment, that my instincts were of use, and that's my answer to that question.
Yes, that's a great answer.
Yeah.
Yes. So, what are your plans now?
With that?
well, now that you got something that you was like, wow, I didn't even know that I can do that.
I can do that.
So now that you're free, there's no COVID, it's wide open. Where do you want to go with this new app that you have? Or how are you going to apply that with your music? Because music is healing. It soothes the savage beast.
Yeah.
Yes. So what lessons have you learned that you can apply that to your music?
I think it gives me a little bit more confidence as to my own power and what I'm capable of.
Yes. Yes.
I have, I want to help be part of the facilitation of just toward human kindness and toward mending all this conflict and moving to a place where we are more in alignment with all of our systems.
That's deep. That's a lesson.
A bit abstract of an answer to what you said, but I like you're calling it an app, a new app.
Yes.
You put it right here.
Yes, yeah. It's an app, and we all have. If our phones have millions of apps, how many apps do we have that are just laying dormant because we don't put ourselves in that situation? But once you're in that situation, that app's always been there, and it floats up to the front of your screen.
Yeah.
And you doop.
Yeah.
So now all we have to do is apply that. But we could all do several things. Yes. And your music, that's what you do. You heal in your music. And there's people that will hear that story that will wonder, how many apps do I have? All right. Yes, Jenny, that's important. Okay, see, because now I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna tell you a story, and see if it's true or not about me. Right? Yeah, it's about me.
Great.
Check this out, because I discovered that I had a lot of apps. Okay. So one day, I'm born and raised in Venice.
Cool.
So one day, I was working. I was a single parent, and I'm walking down Santa Monica. Well, I had a night job, and I had to get home to my son. And I didn't like walking down Santa Monica Boulevard at that time because of the prostitution, the male prostitution, and I didn't want people yelling at me, "Hey, dude, come over here," So I would take the back street. But this particular night, I had to get home fast. So I was going down Santa Monica, right? So I'm walking. And then a truck passed me with some young men in it. And they had sticks and bats in the back of the truck. And they yelled at me, "Hey, you faggot, you punk." So I'm looking at them, and I'm like, oh, they out here jumping on gay guys. I'm like, oh. So I'm like, hey, dude, you shut up. So they turned around. So I ran, but I knew where I was going. So I ran, they behind me, they chasing me, and I run into a back. It's a dead end, right, in an alley. I'm back there, so they get out, and they come back, and I'm looking at them like, "No, don't hit me, no, please stop." He came out, but I'm from Venice. So I pull out my flip, and they said, I'm like, dude, you go around beating up gay guys? It's not cool. Take your shoes off. Or take your pants off. Take everything off. Stand over here. Then I took their keys and I made them turn around. And I threw some, but I set their key under the seat, so they thought I threw the keys, right? And then I say, now walk. Go home. Naked in West Hollywood. Good luck. And I went home. Because I don't like bullies. Don't like bullies. I don't. Everyone has a right to be themselves.
Oh, absolutely.
You don't have to like it, so just look somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
So then I went home, to my son. I never knew what happened to him. Hopefully they learned a lesson. How they found love with somebody. I don't know. So, do you think that's true or not true?
Wow.
Cuz.
Well, do I think it's true or not true?
Yeah.
Gosh, man, because you tell it so compellingly that I believe you. But I think it's a wild to approach a bunch of guys with weapons with one knife. So I don't know.
No, I had a gun.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. For some reason, when your emotion.
Yeah, I'm from Venice. That I just slip.
Got it.
Yeah.
I mean,
Cuz.
I'm going to believe you.
No, cuz.
You wouldn't.
Yeah,
Yes.
you believe me?
I believe you.
Yeah, that happened.
That happened.
Yeah, because I don't like bullies.
Yeah. It's terrible.
In my whole life, I was taught to stand for the righteous, stand for the people.
Absolutely.
It's not good because I remember in Germany, what if somebody did that to me? Would somebody step up and protect me?
Mm-hmm.
So I protect that person.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Wow, cool story.
Now you you already told a story about you pulling over, and that's good, about a person that got hit. See, right? So we're alike, but you had some Band-Aids, and I had my Second Amendment.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. I'm for the people. I'm not one to stand by and watch somebody be attacked or bothered or teased. I get that from my mom. My mom said, I never want to see you stand by and watch somebody get picked on. You may be powerless not to do anything, but you're never powerless not to say anything.
Wow.
So you better say something.
That's really incredible and courageous.
Yes, well, that's my mom. Yes, so yeah. And that's what you did when you stopped for the person that was hit in the accident.
It's a bit different. I wasn't in
Yeah,
danger.
but there's some that'll keep going. Will look.
Oh, well, everybody else was just standing around. That's why I went over there. I was like, no one's with this
Right.
woman who's on the ground.
There you go.
They're all doing this other stuff. They're calling 911, but she's just laying on the road. No
Right.
one's with her. She's screaming.
So you're
So I went
truly
to her.
a Larry Graham song, 1 in a million.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
Oh yes.
I appreciate that.
Yes, really, and you did it effortlessly. So I thank you.
Thank you.
Right. Okay, Jenny. You'll like this segment right here. This is called Cuz for Yes. No, Cuz for No. Not doing that.
Okay.
Okay, because there's some things that I just won't do. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Question number 1. If you can bring John Lennon back from the dead, and play in his band, but you have to smoke meth with him, would you do that? Cuz, yeah. No, cuz, no.
Yeah, I would smoke meth with John Lennon.
Cuz. It's a hit.
I'm like once, right? Say like once.
Once. That's right. Okay, cuz. John, man, they love you. Do anything, baby. Come on down. All right. Number 2. You could go on tour and open for any band you want. But you also have to go on tour with Nickelback. You going? Cuz? Oh, no, cuz. I ain't going. Mm-hmm.
Any band I want. It's a different tour.
Yes.
And then additionally a Nickelback tour.
Okay.
Here's
I'll go
my
with
thing about the Nickelback tour. I'm sure they pay pretty well, and it's a comfortable tour. And I get to play my own music and make a whole bunch of new fans. And then I get to do that whole other tour with whoever I want.
Who?
I mean, I can't imagine who, but my brain just went Paul McCartney. So I'm like, okay, great. Paul McCartney tour. I don't know why it's the Paul McCartney, but you said John Lennon, and then my brain went Paul McCartney.
Okay. You a Beatle fan?
Yeah. I'll go on tour with Nickelback. Cuz.
She there. She there. Okay.
Decisions, you know?
Now, here's a big one. How much dinero, money, cash, yin, yang, do they have to pay you to open up for Ted Nugent?
Oof.
Yeah, cuz or no cuz?
No, cuz. I don't know much about him. I think I know some things about him. So I think I know what that situation entails.
Yeah.
And I'm not really interested in that.
Nah, you ain't down with
No.
that. Cuz ain't trying to hear that. No. Sorry, Ted.
No, cuz.
Out of here. Okay. Boom. We rolling now. Now we in on the East Coast at the Johnny Depp trial. Check this out. If Johnny Depp starts in OnlyFans only, are you checking it out? Cuz or no cuz?
No, cuz.
Nah. She not getting on that pirate ship, cuz. Not getting on it.
It's
She
not
don't
even
wanna hear it.
necessarily like a statement on Johnny Depp as much as that just doesn't seem like my...
Right, that's just not you. No.
I don't think I've been on any OnlyFans, you know?
Nope. Chinio says, oh, no. Yes, absolutely. Okay, no, cuz she ain't doing that. All right, now, check this out. I like this one right here. I'm going to ask you this one. If you had to come to my hood day, see, because we give hood days in Venice, you know. Bow. Would you come? Would you come to my hood day in Venice? Cuz or no, cuz?
Yeah, cuz.
Cuz, she there in blue. What? We showing up. Bye-bye. Yeah. All right there. Now check this out. Check this out. If somebody disrespects you, I already know this answer though. Are you going to sock them up? Or what would you do? Would you sock on them or just walk away? Cuz or no cuz? What would you do?
It's probably a walk-away situation, but knowing me, I'd have some sort of fresh thing to say back to him.
Woo! That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Stand up, Norma Ray. Loving that. Loving that right there. Okay. Now check this out. If they paid you real good, I'm talking about girl, real good. Okay. Would you perform at a Trump rally?
No.
Cuz.
No.
She's saying, cuz, are you serious? Cuz ain't trying to hear that. No. $1 billion, $2 billion? No. No, Ivanka. No. Okay? You and your daddy. Okay. No. That's it. It's over for you, dude. Right. Woo! That was cool, huh? Jenny. Yeah, Jenny, yo, rolling. All right, Jenny, that's what I'm talking about. That's what's cool. Wow. You're interesting. I'll vote for you. Jenny, we're going to see who rolls the best joint.
Okay.
You or I. Okay? All right,
know-
it's not a contest, so to speak, although I'm good because, cuz I learned from the best. And I appreciate you, all the big homies. All right, everybody. So what we're going to do is we're going to, first of all, kudos for Pam Anderson. Who knew? I just thought that she was just on TV, but man, you have to diversify your portfolio.
She made a weed? All right.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Wow. I'm going to make a car.
Does it say Pomelo?
Yeah.
Pomelo.
Yeah,
I see.
Yeah, she's trying to be
Pomelo.
cute. Okay, now I'm going to give me a nugget in her.
You got this city on lockdown. Don't you? Got my hands up. Don't you? I put my hands up.
Oh, let me tell you something, man. When I was in the Army, I was the new guy, right? So we were out there on a bivouac, man. We was doing something. And so I had to, and the new guy, I had to roll the weed, right? So it was raining and we were standing outside and they made a little umbrella. So I'm rolling it. This was our last joint until we went back. And I rolled it, but I dropped it in the rain. I dropped it in the water and everybody left and they went in the tent. And so I got the joint up and I went to go into the tent and they told me that I couldn't come back in the tent until the joint dried out. It's raining, dude. I never made it to the tent and the joint never dried out. But I never dropped the joint again. So you can take from that what you want, but please don't have your friends stand out in the rain because it sucked. So that's what happened to me. But they taught me a lesson, and I never had that happen. Now, you see this right here? Yes.
I'm still grinding.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
That's what we found out. Yes. All right, now. I'm going to hit this up real quick. I just was in a rush. See here, right here. It's my joint.
Oh, boy. Here we go.
Yep.
Every time I've tried this, it just falls apart. So I don't know if this is going to be.
I'll mail this to you. Or you can come to Jam in the Van right here, right. LA on Motor 33384. See me. Spudnik. As a matter of fact, this seat's for you. Oh, she got a filter.
Did you do filter?
Nah, girl, I don't do filter. My lips.
Well, I just feel like you end up losing. This is not going to work out. Should I just cancel?
Oh, you can cancel. You can just yeah. Or you could say, I'll take a pipe. That's why the pipe was invented, because a person couldn't roll. So he's like, man, I'm gonna put a hole in this can.
Here's my sad little.
All right, that's cool.
Offering.
See?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's cool.
Not so bad. Yeah.
Yes, but mine's is long and big, and of course, yes. Well, everybody, for my first podcast and my first guest, Genio, it was fantastic. First of all, I like circles because I like just going around, round and around, round and around. And she's a great person. Talking to you gives me hope for humanity. Although I keep hope, I just want to encourage you and the other musicians that you do frame the times that we live in. And as daunting as it seems, no, we're going to sing and we're going to dance our way through it.
Yeah, absolutely.
And when we stop and calm down and listen to what you're saying, the lyrics, the words will grow. We will evolve.
I appreciate that.
So just keep doing what you're doing, please. And I appreciate everything that you do. And I'm glad that you recognize what you're supposed to do here on this earth. Yes. And I want you to do me another favor. When you talk to your mother and father, you tell them that I see their artwork. And it's beautiful, awesome artwork.
Cool.
And I appreciate you guys for doing that. All of you. Okay? And I appreciate everybody that watches this podcast, and just watch my podcast because it's for you. And I promise you one thing, my ears will always be as open as my mouth. And we have to talk to one another and get to know one another. So let's do that. Peace. Genio. And get her music. Jenny, where are you going and where are you playing?
Thank you. I appreciate you so much, Spud. I got a Northern California show and some European shows. But I got a new record coming out soon.
Cool.
So
and what's the name of the record?
It's called Spectra.
Spectra. Well, I want you to do me just one more favor. When you come to SoCal, make sure you stop my jam in the van because we are your fans.
I would love that. Thanks.
Okay? Thank you
Yeah.
so much. Everybody, that's Jenny. Oh, yes. Thank you so much. Peace.
I can read